And welcome to this week's episode of Please Excuse this late day announcement.
We don't even have time for that.
I am here with the Moondog and with Cabrini Breen. I remain the Prophet of Doom, and we're going to just go to that place. Let's talk about the ads for the Super Bowl yesterday. Moondog, take us out.
All right, so what precipitated this discussion was the Clint Eastwood ad, the Chrysler ad, and one person of this triumvirate believed that the Clint Eastwood ad was spectacular, and I believe that Clint Eastwood was spectacular, but Chrysler needs to knock it off.
Yeah, just throw Breen under the bus. Breen, he says that you fell for the same trick that Chrysler tried last year. They've gone to the well maybe once too often. Is this city pride, or is this just a caricature of what Detroit is?
Well, I mean, I do actually have mixed feelings about it because the Chrysler commercial last year that everybody was talking about, my reaction was, Chrysler, that doesn't make them any better a car company than they were before this ad.
So gospel choir, you don't all of a sudden say numinous car.
Yeah. And so that's, my reaction to this isn't, we should all buy Chryslers, Detroit, on the way back, you know what I mean? Right. But it was just awesome.
So what is it about Clint Eastwood? You just like the fact that he's tough, and so now we will...
I do.
We'll associate his attributes with ours.
He looked like he was 1,000 years old when they did the close-up on his face.
Oh, he is 1,000 years old.
But it was amazing. He was like
Methuselah
Leatherface.
speaks.
Right, exactly. It just all
Well, what do you think about the message?
I just think of him like from Gran Torino, you know what I mean? Just like this.
Racist guy shooting people.
Yes and no, because he helps the kid.
I know, he gets better.
So all the attributes work for Detroit, is what you're saying. But my question, sir, is this. He said that it's the second half for America, that we got to go back out there and get a thing done. Is it, Mr. Economist, the second half, or do the jobs numbers from last week only suggest that we will crawl forward, not run?
Well, a lot of people dropped out of the labor force. The last job numbers, which is kind of obscured in the unemployment going down, so it's really not that great.
So only half the team will be back on the field.
Yeah, I'm just assessing it from the standpoint of how did it make me feel? Sure. It was pretty inspiring.
Sure.
But from the standpoint of how realistic is it that America is economically on the way back? Well, not that realistic.
Right.
Plus, I think every
Europe,
generation thinks that they're facing the worst problems ever, and they're the people who are going to solve things and move on. And it's not. Our generation isn't any more important than previous generations. It's still pretty important, but it's not.
So Breen's taking away the boots and the bootstraps, Mr. Mooney. What do you think? We can't pull ourselves up if we're not wearing shoes.
I don't know. Wow, how do you even respond to something like that? I don't know. I just, like I said, I think Clint Eastwood is great, and I think that it was a wonderful. It's a nice sentiment, but I think it's
self-serving.
And the funny thing is too. I think you're right. It's not going to sell more Chrysler cars, and that's ultimately the reason that you put it out. You don't put out an ad as a feel-good piece for a city that's on its last legs. Like I don't understand why they keep doing the same thing.
Well, what were their options? I mean, the other option was to go down that road of sex, because that's the other thing that Chrysler had, that Fiat commercial. I had to cover my eyes and go through another act of reconciliation because it's just a little too much. Do you think that if the choices are bravado or sex, that bravado beats out sex?
No, I don't think it does. I don't think it does at all.
You're saying that if you look at those ads, and those ads are supposed to say something about America, what do the ads say?
The ads say that we use sex to sell everything.
Where's my garbage can?
Mr. Dole is in the house, and he is here to join our recording. Mr. Dole, what did you think of the ads yesterday for the Super Bowl?
Oh, we already know. I already know what he's
I
going
don't
to
think
say.
they're very good this year.
What about the Clint Eastwood ad?
Clint Eastwood ad.
It's alright, I guess. In a suburbanite kind of way.
Oh, not a real
Interesting.
Detroiter.
I didn't like it, and I am a suburbanite. You're the hardcore Detroit guy.
Yeah, it's alright. I think they hit it last year with the Eminem one. This one was just
No gospel choir.
Like
You
a
weren't
sequel,
weren't feeling it.
yeah.
Chrysler Returns.
What about the second half? That America's about to enter the second half. Do you think that's true?
I don't know, Serge. It doesn't look like it. I mean, it might be, but losing effort.
Good stuff.
Well, thank you, Mr. Dole.
The best thing would have been to skip the commercial and make better cars.
yeah,
Oh.
that's probably.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts before we close this one out? What was the best commercial in your mind? I heard you say Ferris Bueller.
The Clint Eastwood commercial was the one that made me feel the best. but the Ferris Bueller one was good, and the Seinfeld one was also quite good. I thought with the zip lines through Manhattan. I love that.
I don't care. I still like Darth Vader from last year.
I like the Doritos commercial with the dog.
I heard that one was good.
That was pretty good. And I'm the Prophet of Doom signing out for Monday. We'll be back tomorrow with our topic, Lenten Promises. See you then.